The Christmas Comet comes to Maple Street. In the heart of the small, cozy town, there was the central Maple Street. The air buzzed with the crisp magic of the coming holidays. Snowflakes danced playfully from the sky, dusting rooftops and sidewalks with a silvery glow. Homes were adorned with strings of lights that shimmered like distant stars, and the scent of pine and cinnamon wafted from open doorways. In one particular house near the edge of town, Lucas and Ellie peered out of their frosted window, their eyes wide with anticipation. Tonight was no ordinary night. For the first time in 100 years, the Christmas comet was due to soar across the sky, a celestial wonder said to grant the wishes of those pure of heart. The children had heard tales of this magical event all their lives, spun by their Grandpa Joe, whose eyes always twinkled with the mischief of unspoken secrets. This year, however, Grandpa Joe had shared something special, an old wish of his own, long tucked away but never forgotten. He had once dreamed of playing his violin for the whole world to hear, a dream he modestly confessed one quiet evening by the firelight. Lucas, with his keen sense of adventure, and Ellie, with her boundless compassion, decided this was the year to make Grandpa Joe's wish come true. As the first star appeared in the twilight sky, signaling the comet's approach, they pulled on their warmest coats and stepped out into the crisp night. Their breaths puffed out in steamy clouds as they walked, their steps quick and quiet against the soft snow. They were determined to find a way to fulfill Grandpa Joe's dream, their hearts filled with the spirit of the season and a dash of the comet's promised magic. Lucas and Ellie ventured deeper into the snow-clad streets of Maple Street, their eyes sparkling with determination under the celestial glow of the Christmas comet. The night was serene, with only the muffled sound of their footsteps accompanying them. As they crossed the town square, they encountered Mrs. Hazelwood, the local baker, who was curious about their late-night expedition. With earnest smiles, the siblings shared their grand plan to orchestrate a surprise concert for Grandpa Joe. Mrs. Hazelwood, moved by their initiative, promised to provide warm treats and hot cocoa for the event. Inspired by the children's enthusiasm, she whispered about a secret path behind her bakery that led to a hidden glen, an ideal spot for an intimate concert. Their next visit was to Mr. Thompson, the old watchmaker, who was known for his intricate clockwork and a past life as a stagehand. He listened intently to their tale, his eyes reflecting the glow from the overhead comet. Moved by their passion and reminded of his own youthful dreams, he agreed to help set up the stage and ensure the lighting was just right for the performance. With each encounter, Lucas and Ellie's mission gathered supporters. The town's librarian offered to print flyers, and the local scouts volunteered to set up chairs and decorations. The community's spirit, fueled by the magic of the Christmas comet and the goodwill of two young hearts, turned the concert into a much-anticipated event. As the evening of the concert drew near, the siblings, with the help of their newfound allies, transformed the hidden glen behind Mrs. Hazelwood's bakery. Lanterns hung from the trees, casting a gentle light that mirrored the stars above. A small wooden stage was set in the center, surrounded by rows of chairs carefully brushed free of snow. The air was filled with the scent of pine and fresh pastries, a warm welcome to the chilly night. Lucas and Ellie's final task was to bring Grandpa Joe to the venue under the guise of a casual nighttime stroll. As they approached the glen, the hushed excitement of the gathered crowd was palpable. Grandpa Joe, unsuspecting yet intrigued, allowed himself to be led by his grandchildren, his heart full of love and curiosity. As they stepped into the glen, Grandpa Joe's eyes widened in amazement. The area was transformed into a winter wonderland, with lanterns twinkling like stars above, and the faces of friends and neighbors glowing with excitement in the soft light. Lucas and Ellie, standing by his side, unveiled the surprise. "This is for you, Grandpa," Ellie said, her voice trembling with emotion. "Tonight you're going to play for us all under the Christmas comet." Tears brimmed in Grandpa Joe's eyes as he took in the scene before him. The violin he had not touched in years was handed to him, gleaming under the lantern light. With a deep breath, he stepped onto the stage, feeling as if his old dream had mingled with the night's magic, making it real at last. The first notes were tentative, a whisper in the crisp night air. But as Grandpa Joe found his rhythm, the music soared, a melodic cascade that seemed to ride the gentle breeze itself. The notes spilled over the crowd, weaving through the assembled townspeople who listened in rapt attention, their breaths held in a collective pause. Lucas and Ellie watched, their hearts swelling with pride and joy. The comet above seemed to pulse brighter with each note, its tail shimmering more vividly against the dark sky. Around them, the magic of the night deepened, a testament to the power of wishes and the bonds of community. As the final note lingered in the chilly air, the crowd erupted in applause, their cheers echoing through the glen. Grandpa Joe, overwhelmed and joyful, took a bow. He realized then that his true wish wasn't just to play, but to share his music, connecting with others through the universal language of melody. That night, as the Christmas comet continued its journey across the heavens, Lucas, Ellie, and Grandpa Joe returned home, their spirits lifted and hearts full. They had not only revived a dream, but had also discovered that the true spirit of Christmas lay in giving, sharing, and celebrating together. And as they settled down for the night, the comet's trail seemed to wink at them, a silent acknowledgement of their little miracle on Maple Street.